Good morning. My name is Kate Stein, and I'm here for day one of the challenge where I'm just going to talk a little bit about my life. So, I was born in a small town called Nowra on the south coast of New South Wales, and I lived with my family in an even smaller town called Wandandian. And I lived next door to my grandparents, and we were a very small community, and everybody knew me, and it was so nice to grow up in a place where everybody had your back. And I'm the youngest of four children, and my family life was unreal as a little kid growing up. I went to school at St George's Basin Public School, where all of my siblings went to school as well, so all the teachers knew me once I actually arrived. And I then went on to Vincennia High School, which was a brand new high school, and I was one of the first years to go there. I left school halfway through year 10. And then once I'd left school, my year advisor said to me, "Kate, if you want to get your school certificate, you need to come back and do the exam, or you're not going to get your school certificate." So I left and I went back and sat my school exam. Didn't study for it, nothing like that. Anyway, so I got my license, my P's, when I was 16 because I needed them for work, because I was able to leave school if I had an apprenticeship. I wasn't allowed to leave school just to get a job. I had to get an apprenticeship or get an apprenticeship within 3 months. So it was really funny. I left school and went to work with my dad, who drilled water bores. And in that process, in that time, within 3 months, I secured a dairy farming apprenticeship, because I was going to TAFE one day a week to learn dairy farming whilst I was at school. And then after I got my apprenticeship, I worked, and I then met my then boyfriend, who is now my husband, at a truck stop. I was 19, it was my 19th birthday actually, and I met him at a truck stop, and I didn't know how old he was, but he was 31 when I met him, and I was 19. So then I left my job at the dairy farm and I went to Maruya down the south coast, and I managed a dairy farm down there. And one thing I noticed that when I was down there was that I was out of my safe little comfort zone of community and knowing everybody. So that wasn't the only thing, but I suffered great depression, like a chronic depression, while I was down there. And I went to the psychologist, and the psychologist wanted my mum and dad to go as well, and they didn't believe in depression or anxiety, so they didn't come with me. And the psychologist said to me a really good question, which no one had ever asked me, like, what do you want to do with your life? I'm like, oh, I want to travel. So I said, my boyfriend then, now husband, I have to go and travel Australia. You can come with me or you don't, it doesn't matter, but I'm going on this date. Anyway, he came with me and we travelled around Australia. We did some really great things for work. We picked oranges and collected eggs and worked on chook farms, and also we worked in a quarry where I drove excavators and dump trucks and worked on crushers and did all sorts of weird and wonderful things. In that time I had a few acute psychotic episodes, but then I went on to become I thought I need to do something with my life, and by this stage I was 20. Anyway, I went and did a Certificate 3 in aged care, and then went on to do my nursing degree at Charles Sturt University, and then from there I worked in Griffith, and I went on to become a midwife, and then travelled Australia working agency, worked in some beautiful tropical locations, and then I did my master's in midwifery and taught and lectured at universities and changed my life. That's me in a nutshell. Bye.